Hi everyone, welcome to Love Tech. I'm Andrew Loveland, the founder of Love Tech, this channel here where we're going to be reviewing a lot of different technology products along with having fun and talking about photography. So this is actually our first review video here on the channel, and I thought it would be fun to create a review on a camera. Now this is a new camera. I have never used this camera before in my life, and the reason why I actually purchased it was to be able to create additional content here on YouTube. I purchased this camera a couple days ago off of Amazon, and I got a really good deal on it because I actually bought it used in like new condition. The camera I wound up choosing was a Sony a6100. So in a few minutes I'm going to go into some detailed comparisons as to why I chose this camera for this channel and what the ins and outs of it are. I've done some research on this, and I kind of got a feeling of kind of what I needed to be able to produce really good content here on the channel, but not spend an arm and a leg on a secondary camera. My primary camera is a Nikon Z6, which you are watching on right now, which records great video, but then again, I paid almost $2,000 just for a lens and the body of the camera, and I wasn't in the marketplace for looking for another camera, a secondary camera for that matter, that was that expensive. So what I decided to do was take a look around and look at some reviews online, much like what I'm going to be posting here today. We'll see kind of how this works out. I've never done this before, so I'm excited. So I've been a Nikon camera user my whole entire life for DSLRs and now into the mirrorless lineups, and I have also heard from a lot of professional photographers that the Sony lineup is also really good to get into. The reason why I bought the a6100 over 4 additional competing models in the A series lineup that Sony has is because it was the most economical decision that I can make for the budget I had set, and yet it didn't compromise in features like some of the lower models did. And of course the date that it came out is substantially different too, and I'll get into that in just a minute. So in the next few minutes I'm going to go through these cameras and kind of break down what made me make my decision as to buy the 6100 as opposed to these other 4 models. The first reason why I purchased the a6100 over the 4 competing models that I looked at as well, which were the a5000 and the 5100, both in the 5000 series of the Sony lineup, and then the other 2 that I looked at in the 6000 series lineup was the 6000 and the 6400. So I looked at all 5 of these cameras and I said, okay, what can I get for the money, within my budget, within means, right? And to be able to get something that would do the job that I needed to do. So if you go back in time, you look at the A5000 series lineup. The A5000 series was actually released back in 2014. So I kind of got thinking to myself, okay, here is a camera that A, has been released a long time ago, and B, probably isn't going to have as many good features as a newer camera would. However, as I mentioned before, I didn't want to spend a ton of money on this. So my budget was around a $500 mark for this investment into a second camera. So the next thing I kind of looked at was what were they going for new versus what they were going for used on Amazon. And I actually found out that this camera was going for about $600 to $800 on Amazon, the a6100 I should say. The second reason why I decided to buy the a6100 over the other 4 competing cameras was because the a6100 has a 24 megapixel sensor in it, as does the 5100, 6000, and 6400. The a5000 is what I call in this sense the base model because it only has a 20 megapixel sensor. This comes in handy if you're wanting to take higher quality images. The next reason why I chose the 6100 for my secondary camera was because the image quality not only is better in megapixels, but they're also also additional image quality modes that you can choose from starting in the a6000 lineup. The next couple of reasons are really crucial reasons why I chose the a6000 series. First off, the a6000 series comes standard with an electronic viewfinder. This helps in high light intensity situations for you to be able to see subjects and landscapes better, especially out in direct sunlight. The next reason why I chose to choose the a6000 series versus the 5000 was because it has a hot shoe element to it. The hot shoe element makes it so you can mount additional things on top of your camera, such as electronic viewfinders that are like screens, like I'm actually looking at right now, myself and the camera on. You can also mount flashes and a bunch of other accessories to it. The a5000 series did not have that capability or function. After I made the decision that I didn't want to go with the a5000 series, I looked at the a6000, 6100, and 6400 a little bit closer and found out that the a6100 and 6400 came with 4K video capabilities. Now, this was a big deal to me because the future is 4K and who knows, even 8K videos sometime down the road, I'm sure. But I wanted to make sure that I can produce super high quality videos still and not have a difference between what I'm recording in on my Nikon Z6 and now my Sony A-series camera. So once I narrowed it down and I omitted the a6000 from the lineup, I looked at the a6400 and 6100 and decided that there really wasn't a huge amount of difference between the two models other than the price point. You got a few extra features, a little bit better color balancing, a little bit better image processor, but it really wasn't worth the extra money in my mind to invest in the a6400 when the a6100 did exactly what I really needed it to do. It's again not my primary shooting camera. It will be my secondary camera for shooting video and my secondary camera for shooting photography outside now. So that's why I decided to go with the a6100. Once I made my decision to go with the a6100, then it was a matter of decision of did I want to buy a new one or did I want to buy a used one. The reason why I bought the a6100 used was because I was able to save quite a bit of money off of the original retail price of the camera. Now that we've finished kind of reviewing the specs and the differences between these 5 different camera models, now I want to do the first unboxing on our channel, so I'm super excited to do this and hopefully everything goes really well. Again, comment down below, let me know what you think of the review. I'd love to hear your feedback, and let's get to the unboxing. So now let's open up the box and take a look at what we have inside here. So I know when I bought this on Amazon, it actually did come with the lens as well. I believe it is the 16 to 55 lens. I'll have to double check. I might put a correction down in the title down below here in case I did forget what exactly the size of lens that was that I got with this order. Alright, so it looks like they did a fairly good job at packing this. They just packed it in some paper. So we'll set this box over here on the side. So this is the a6100. It looks like it is in the original box. Again, it shoots in 4K video, 24 megapixel sensor, has real-time face tracking. That was another thing that I did forget to mention on the comparisons. I believe the a6000 line kind of introduced that actual face tracking, not just recognition, but actual face tracking from some of the reviews I was reading online. So that was another reason why I wanted to make sure if I was getting a second angle of me or if I was doing a lot of moving around that it could follow my face. And that's actually a big difference with these Sony cameras even versus Nikon. Like my Nikon Z6 has facial recognition, but it doesn't have that precise face tracking that Sony technology has. So I'm really excited to be able to use that as well. So let's get into the unboxing of the camera. Again, actually it looks like, wow, actually I might have gotten a really good deal here. I think this is an actual unopened box. I don't have a second camera, I can't really show you, but I'll bring this a little bit closer. I don't know if you can see this, but there are actually original seals, it looks like, on this box. So that's actually shocking. So this actually might be a brand new camera in this box that was just marked like new condition, and I got a heck of a deal on Amazon for the camera, and hopefully it has the lens with it, because it did say it came with the lens. Now, hopefully it does. Hopefully I won't be disappointed in my first unboxing. Because I don't know if it actually has the lens. It doesn't say it does. Hopefully I don't like cut myself doing this. Got the box open. Up on the top we have, again, instruction manuals. It looks like we have a reference guide, some Sony lens kit guides, and some additional information. Looks like in a multitude of languages here, so I'll set those aside. Underneath this, I'll get this up here. It looks like we have two compartments here, so I'm really hoping that the lens is also in this. It looks like, and I don't think it is, but I'll hopefully stay positive and hopefully it'll actually show up. So it looks like we do have a camera strap here. So this is the strap that goes around your neck if you're carrying your camera around. And it also looks like it comes with a micro USB cable. Now, it's another feature I wanted to mention on this camera. It does have the capability to charge the lithium-ion battery inside without having to remove it. You can actually charge it via micro USB. So that's another nice feature of the camera that it has. Here's the lithium-ion battery. I believe, let's see, what's the milliamps on this again? This is 1020 milliamps, so not a ton of power in the battery, but then again, it's a mirrorless camera. It uses less energy to take pictures than a traditional DSLR would, so not bad. And I think I might be very well disappointed here in our unboxing video because I don't think it actually has the lens with it. So yeah, it doesn't look like it does. Well, here, anyway, let's take a look at the actual Sony camera. So, taking it out of the box and out of the wrapping here, it looks very nice. It looks like it is in like new condition as advertised on Amazon. I don't see any scratches. It looks actually like it hasn't even been used. The camera on the front, we have a lens cap cover. On the bottom of the camera, there is a tripod mount. This is also where the battery and memory card door open up down here. The battery pack goes right in here on the camera, and then right below that is where the SD card slot is. I believe you can put up to a terabyte SD card in there if it's a ultra high capacity card. On the side here, there is not really anything on this side of the camera. This is the right side if I'm holding it. The left side, this is where we have our ports, it looks like. So this is where we have a microphone plug-in port. That's another difference on this camera versus some of the other cameras that were in Sony's A series lineup in the 5000s versus 6000s. There's this mic port edition, which is also a really nice feature to have. And then we also have a HDMI and a USB, micro USB slot here as well. Flipping around to the back, we have a screen, and this is a really nice screen too because this actually will tilt out like this and come out and flip up, so you can actually use it for selfies. This will be great for when I'm actually doing recordings and I can actually see in front of me live on the screen what I'm actually recording to make sure stuff isn't out of the frame, for instance. Again, your electronic viewfinder on the back next to the screen, a hot shoe mount right next to that. You can attach flashes, viewfinders, etc. there, and then you have your mode buttons up here as well with your shutter button, and then your power button is up here as well. And I also found in the box, forgot to look at this, in the box is the USB to plug adapter, so you can plug it into a standard wall outlet as well for charging purposes. And now we're going to try putting the battery into it and see if it'll power up for us or if we need to actually charge the battery. Yes, and it looks like it does power up. In fact, I'll turn the camera around here so you can see the screen. Hi everyone, it's Future Andrew here, and I'm actually going to tell you what happened with my camera. So after I unboxed the camera, I noticed that it didn't come with a lens, even though the seller on Amazon clearly advertised it as being sold with a lens. So I reached out to the seller on Amazon and asked them exactly what happened, and what they told me was interesting. They said they accidentally listed the camera under the wrong SKU number on Amazon's inventory website, which caused the mix-up and confusion. So out of frustration on their side, and they were upset obviously that they did not give me the product that they originally had advertised, they actually issued me a $300 refund onto my Amazon account. And with that, I was able to go out and purchase the lens that was supposed to, or supposedly supposed to, come with this camera. Now the interesting thing here is I did a little bit of price shopping on Amazon and found out actually that a new lens costs $298, which is the $300 mark, right? I also was looking around a little bit more and I saw another interesting listing, and I'll put it up on the screen for you to see here. It's something called bulk packaging. And what does bulk packaging mean? So I was interested to know what this exactly meant. So what bulk packaging on Amazon means is basically they take a item, say a brand new camera lens, and put it into a non-discrete, just white or brown cardboard box. What's the advantage of this? Well, the customer saves a huge amount of money. So I was actually able to go onto Amazon, as I mentioned before, and spend only, get this, $137. So less than half of the price it would have been to buy a brand new one in a original manufacturer box. I was actually able to go in and buy this lens for $137 in a plain white box, brand new. Now I know you guys might be thinking, oh, is this shady? Is this something weird? No, I actually went and read the reviews on this specific lens, and everyone said very positive things. They said, yes, it's in a brand new box, no issues whatsoever. What's the difference? It's just in a white box as opposed to a manufacturer box. So I actually have the lens here. I'm gonna do a quick unboxing, put it onto the camera, start up the camera, see what happens, and then kind of go from there. So I got the box here. It's a little small white box. It says a brand new, in new condition, Sony 60 to 50 millimeter in bulk packaging. I'm curious to see what this looks like. I've never really ordered anything in bulk packaging. I think once or twice maybe from Amazon, but those were products that I was like, oh, it's you know, a light bulb or something like that. That's not going to be potentially defective or shady at all. But this is an expensive electronic device. And again, this is something I got for $137 just by buying it in bulk packaging. So I'm going to open this up now. I want to take a look at this. So it just opens up. There's nothing really in here except the lens itself. All right, I was able to open up the lens, and I'm going to take this out of here now. And again, it does look like it is in brand new condition, just like as advertised. There are no scratches or anything on the lens itself. Brand new condition. It does come, it looks like, with the lens cap cover right here, and the back of the lens cap cover as well. So with that, we're gonna actually grab the body of the camera over here and put it on and make sure everything works fine. All right, so I got the body of the camera, and I also got the new lens here, and we're gonna put them together and make sure everything works good as advertised. All right, guys, I got the lens put onto the body of the camera. Now we're gonna try taking the lens cap cover off, turning the camera on, and make sure it works fine. So take the lens cap off there, power up the camera, and we should see something through the lens. And yes, we do. In fact, we do see stuff through the lens. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna try out the zoom really quick here, make sure everything works fine. So this is zoomed all the way out, and we're gonna zoom all the way in to 50 millimeters. Seems like the zoom functionality is working fine for us. Focal works very well too. So yeah, looks like everything's good here. And I switched the video mode on the camera now, and as you can see, the camera looks to be working just fine. I have audio levels on the screen just like as advertised. So again, I got this for a great deal. I'm really excited to start using this here on the channel and produce content for you guys. And that's our first unboxing here on the channel, guys. So if you want to comment down below, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell at the top, it would be much appreciated. And we'll see you next time in another Love Tech video.